What's going on, guys? I know I got different attire on in today's video, and that's actually because I'm on my way to the gym. But I did make a commitment that every single Sunday I was going to post a YouTube video, so it's my job to stick to that. Which honestly brings me to a very good point, which I want to talk about. And there's a few things I do want to address before I head to the gym. And that is taking care of your body and yourself, because it does correlate to business. Now, let me give you an example. If I make a commitment to myself that I'm supposed to go to the gym for the next 3 months every single day with no excuse, and I stick to that and I do it for the next 90 days, when I have a task or a deadline that I need to complete inside my agency I'm scaling, I know I'm gonna get it done because I've showed that trust and that commitment to the gym, which translate over to the work setting, because I know I can trust myself. Does that make sense? Now let me give a more thorough example. Let's just say when I head to the gym today and I know I'm supposed to do 4 sets of 10 on bench and I only complete 3 sets out of 10. That means when I set a task for, hey, I'm supposed to complete 100 cold calls today, I know that I'm probably not gonna complete 100 cold calls. I'm only gonna do, let's just say 70 out of 100, because I quit on myself in the gym. If you quit on yourself on small tasks such as not doing the full sets on the amount of weights you told yourself you're going to do, you're going to do the same thing inside your business. So having that balance of knowing that, hey, if I say something, I'm gonna do it, regardless if it's just something small as completing 4 sets out of 10 on bench like I tell myself I'm going to, you're gonna have that same trust and that same mindset, and it will translate over to business. Now, here's something that I never, ever, ever talk about, and I think it's probably time I share it. Last year, I really decided that I wanted to lock in on my business. This most recent Christmas, so this would have been December of 2024, so last Christmas, marked 1 year that I've worked out every single day. And even till this day, as I make this video, I have went to the gym every single day. No excuse. And it's funny because it didn't even start out that way. I was doing this thing that Ivan Gazi calls, it's called monk mode. So where pretty much you set a 90-day commitment of like non-negotiables. So I had a non-negotiable of like no alcohol, I must go to the gym, read 30 minutes every night, and meditate for 10 minutes. I did that for 90 days. And at the end of the 90 days, when it came to the gym, for example, I was like, okay, on day 91, I was like, am I just supposed to not work out now? And long story short, it ended up to being this thing to where I now work out every single day. So yeah, guys, I've been well over a year now. I've been to the gym every single day. And it's funny how I've made the most progress in my life, in my business, mentally, physically, financially, all because of something as small as working out every single day. And it's funny because I've built so much self-trust in myself that I know if I say something, I'm going to get it done, no excuse. I don't care if it takes me a year, 2 years, 3 years, I'm gonna get it done and I'm never going to quit. So guys, something as small as if you say something, you do it, goes a long way. And yeah, so that's my little rant about that. Now, another thing I want to talk about that's kind of hand in hand, and I know I'm not like a fitness coach or anything, so I'm not trying to give, advice on that stuff. But something I do want to talk about is like eating the right foods and putting the right foods in your body so you actually look fit. Now, I'm not the most ripped guy in the world, but I do know for a fact that when I jump on calls with people, when I put on a suit and you're fit and you're lean, it automatically shows the type of person you are. You can judge someone and see, are they disciplined, and see how they carry themselves, if they're disciplined or not, or if you want to hang around this person, just based off of how fit they look. Like if you show up to a business call and you're in shape, you're lean, you got a nice, collared shirt on and it fits you well, you've already asserted so much more like presence and you're respected so much more when people see you and you're in shape. Like people treat you different. Being in shape goes such a long way. I can't recall a single time to where someone's been like ripped or looked in the mirror and been like, wow, I'm really disappointed in how I look. Like, you know what I mean? Like you look good, you feel good, and it really shows when you jump on calls with people. Like I'm on Zoom calls all the time, and people pick up that stuff. If you're a person who has no discipline, you can't control yourself, you just throw food in your mouth. Like you can read that, and yeah, just something as small as being in shape just really goes a long way. I don't know how else to say it, but you really want to focus on making sure you're in good shape, you're lean, because I know it definitely helped me close some deals in my business, for sure, for a fact. Yeah, it really will help you. It won't backfire. Lastly, I know this is kind of like an extreme example on this, but if you're unhealthy and you're dead, none of this matters. Like every goal or every single dream that you have doesn't matter if you're dead. So like you can set all these goals that you want to do XYZ things, but if you're not healthy and you're not alive to actually do it, none of it matters. So taking your health is so serious, and it's really, I know it's difficult at first, but just start taking small steps on changing the way you eat will make you feel better. And trust me, it's not going to backfire. Taking care of yourself will not backfire. So I definitely recommend it, and it's never too late to start. And that honestly brings me to my next point, which is you're someone who struggles with this stuff, struggles being disciplined, not finding the right foods, get an accountability partner. It's very true that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, which is why I'm very picky with my time. If you hang around 4 of the losers, guess what? You're going to be the 5th. If you hang around, 6 people who are all broke and don't know anything, you're going to be the 7th. It's just how it works. I highly recommend, if you struggle with those things and struggle taking care of yourself and you can't trust yourself, find the right people who are on the same mission as you. It will make it so much more easy. So yeah, that's just my advice on that. Actually, now that I think about it, sitting next to me, I do have this book that pretty much covers every single theme that I'm talking about. Like everything I just mentioned in this short little YouTube video, I have in the palm of my hands, and I highly recommend, if you're someone who struggles with being disciplined, struggles with building that trust within yourself, I highly recommend you check out this book. It's called Atomic Habits by James Clear. I believe that's his name. Yeah, James Clear. Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book changed my life for sure. And this book is honestly the backbone on how I started to go to the gym every single day. And I highly recommend, if you're someone who struggles with discipline and you struggle with building that trust within yourself, you check out this book, Atomic Habits. Changed my life, and I know it could do the same for yours. That's all I have in today's video, nothing crazy. I do have a lot of big things in store, a lot of investments coming up, so I'll be super excited to share that with you guys in the future. All I can say is just stay tuned, because this year is gonna be big, and I can't wait to take you guys along for the journey. So without further ado, that's all I have. I'm gonna head to the gym. Thank you guys for watching.